Hello, my name is Jamie, and today we're going to start our Django slash Vue blog. And this blog is going to be a little different because it's going to allow you to put multiple elements in one post body. So, because I can't find a tutorial on how to do it, so I'm going to make one. Here it is right now. This is what we will be building. Get out of here, fly. Dadgum fly, man. Freaking fly in here. So here it is. This is going to be a car blog. I'm going to deploy it, and it's going to be about my 8th gen Corolla, my 11th gen Corolla. You can't even see my hands. I'm trying to move them. And my Civic. This is going to be pretty cool, and I want to show you guys how to build it. Um, Please excuse the microphone cable. Every time this cable moves, it's gonna make some interference noise and stuff. We're just gonna have to deal with it. But here it is right here. So this is the home page right here, and this is built using Vue.js. We have a link to go home. We have a link to go to one of our categories, which is an 8th gen Corolla. And when we click on this, it's going to show us all the posts for this one category. And then the about page doesn't have anything. So you can put anything you want on here. I'll just put like a picture of me and a short bio eventually. But for now, I'm not going to worry about that because right now it's all about the blog post in the categories in the elements. At the home, I only have 2 posts right now. So there's only 2. But there's going to be like your 5 latest post is going to be on your home screen. And then you go to the category, and then you're going to see all the posts. Eventually, we will have to add in pagination, but right now, we don't have to worry about that because we don't have enough posts to really worry about that type of thing. Um, this is the front end right here, and there is also a back end using the Django. Actually, I'm not in there. I'm in Visual Studio's Code, which I like Visual Studios because you have the terminal down here. Let's see, that's a Vue. This is Python over here. If we go to port 8000 on the local host, oh yeah, forgot you gotta do I just ended the server. You had to do a Control Shift C, Control Shift C. Remember in Linux console, always put that shift in there if you want to copy something or paste something. Do up arrow. Let's run the server again because I closed it. Then we're going to go back here and we are going to go into our admin, which is already as a suggestion there. We're going to go in here and this is really cool. So we're using the Django. We're not using Flask. This is really cool because we can just go into here and we can make a new category. And we have the slug here, we have the name. I'm not going to make anything, so I'm going to leave that. And you can make multiple elements. I can make a new element and I can put it onto a post. So it's a one to many relationship. So I have 2 posts right now. I can make one to here. I have 2 choices. I could do an inner HTML or I can add an image. And then I have an element type here. It's actually is highlighted, so you need it. Element type is really, I was going to have it to where I do use it for images. So if you do img for image in element tag, then it's going to render the image that you put in. And we have all this set up and the static files and stuff set up in the Django section. And then we have a post. And we can add posts to it. Also, one-to-many relationship for categories. One category will have many posts on it, have a title, slug, and a short description. This will show up kind of on right here where you see like the mini view of them. Also, if you click View Details, there's no content on this one. There's no elements. It has no elements on it. Um, you get to see the post. Let's go over here. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So I've seen all these, like making a blog with using Django, and they all have like a body column in the table for post, and you just write text. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted to add pictures. I wanted to add iframes from YouTube. I mean, look at this. I can click on it. I still
Alright
cannot
guys,
get.
so here it
Shut
is.
up. I still can't get the frame to. This is too close to my mouth. I can't get the iframe to show up. At least I get the width. The width is good, but I can't get the height to be like this. But whatever, it's usable. And if you want to watch it, you could do the full screen here. There's my face. And then there's an awesome picture right here. I love it. This is what I want. This is what I want to show people right here. And I also want to use this for other stuff. So I'm going to make a car blog, and then I'm going to copy the whole project, and I'm going to make a travel blog to show my time in Korea and Japan. And I want to show a web development blog. So I can show you portfolios and videos and stuff I'm working on, and I can just keep on adding things to it. I can add another iframe here, I can add a paragraph, I can do anything I want. And you know HTML, right? So I mean, it's too easy to just go and add an element and just, put like HTML in here, hello, and then close it, and that's that. And Vue is actually perfect for this because they have a specific directive called, I think it's called v-html, that whatever string that you give it, it's going to render it as HTML. So without further ado, we're just going to get started. We're going to build the Django first. In this video, it's mostly an introduction and a very, very short getting the blog up and going. We're not really going to do anything. We're not even going to touch any models or anything. We're just going to start a new project. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. I also need to quit my servers, which is Control C. I'm going to quit out of here and quit this and quit this. And let's see here. I prefer to use Visual Studios. You can use anything you want. I'll open this, and I want to make a new. I guess I need to make a new file. Here's the easiest thing to do right here. We're running Linux. Open up the terminal, make a new terminal right here. We're actually going to be using this first. So I'm going to go, we're going to choose a nice place for this, which is going to be usually my folder in my documents called web projects. I'm going to make a new directory. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. I want this. I want this big. I want it extra big. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, okay. Now you guys can see me. So let's go back to our home directory. The squiggly slash thing is this stands for your home directory. And we're gonna go to our documents and our web projects, and then so we're into here. You can put this anywhere you want. It doesn't matter. Uh, Make directory mkdir, and we're gonna call it blog. ls to see our blog. I have our blog right here. So I'm going to go inside the blog, cd blog, ls, let's clear everything. Okay, so I'm going to get started with building the Django version, and then later on we'll do the Vue.js. Um, let's see here. So first thing we need to do is a Python 3. I don't know if you'll have to do Python 3, but on my Linux box it's set up where you have to because I think this still has Python 2.7 on Linux, so you got to choose it. Choose which one you want. Mac OS X might be the same too. -m and then VNV. You can also use virtual environment, and I think Anaconda is another one that you can use to set up your virtual environment. You want to make a virtual environment for your Python programs and stuff because you want to add libraries to it, and you want those libraries to be a specific version for your project, and you don't want to use a global library. So this kind of just isolates all your libraries and your dependencies and stuff for your specific project, so you're not getting in a situation where you're trying to run a program and you're using one version of the library as a global and it's not working for one application because you were using another version of it. It's a mess. So basically, if you're coming from JavaScript, it's basically kind of similar to the package.json in the node.js world, and using npm and whatnot. We'll be using pipey for that. So let's make the virtual environment. And then we need to go inside our virtual environment so we're not in our global. Because I will show you, if we do a which Python 3 are we using? And I misspelled Python. So we're using the Python 3 that we're using for our system is coming from /usr/bin/python 3, which is the global Python 3 that is our Python 3 that we have installed on our system right now. We want to source into our new vn folder, and you can also choose whatever name you want for this. I think the name is right here, and this is the command, or the name is right here, and no, this should be the command right here, the virtual environment command, and then this should be the name of it. I just do it the same name. Okay, so we go inside here. Remember, you can press the tab key to kind of see what's inside your directory. We're going to go inside a bin. We'll do a tab again to see what's inside of the bin folder. And we want to do activate. And guess what? We can press tab another time and it auto-completes for us. Press enter. And now we're inside a virtual environment. And the way you can tell that is you have this right here. What are those called again? It'll tell you that you're inside this virtual environment. If you want to exit, you just do deactivate. And that it's easy as that. If you want to run the last command, you do up arrow. Okay, so this is why I'm going to set up a Django project like this first, just in case if any of you guys need a 101 for commands and whatnot. Let's see. So now we're inside our virtual environment. Now we can run the pip command and we can list out what we have as dependencies right now, which we should not have a lot because we have not installed anything yet. We have setup tools, we have pip itself, and we have package resources. So what we want to do when you pip install Django. And this is going to install the latest version of Django. Go ahead and do the latest version. So, oh, okay, why am I doing ls? We want to do the pip list command. Now we see Django and a few other stuff, SQL parse, backport zone info, ASGI ref. Okay, now we need a few other things. And I kind of forgot what we needed. We're gonna need a few things. We're gonna need the Django REST framework. We're gonna need Pillow. We're gonna need, is it CORS header? We can look right quick. We can look and see what we need. And I'll do this on the screen over here, and I'll probably edit this out of the video so you guys don't watch me look at this other monitor right here cheating. And yes, I am going to be cheating. Oh, it says to let you know. I don't know all this from heart, and I don't remember what the hell I did. I'm going to be copying the same project that I already made, okay? I'm not a Superman, so I suck at programming just like... Okay. No, wait. You might actually be better than me. You might actually be better than me. So, like, I don't even know. A lot of you people are probably better at programmer than me. Like, I'm an amateur. I mean, I am. I'm self-taught. So a lot of you might be smarter than me and stuff. I guarantee it. And with a lot of hard work and a lot of studying, you could be a lot smarter than me too. So um, let's get that out of the way. Um, so let's see here. Like I said, I'll probably be editing this part out of the video, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to do here. Anyway, if you have to remake a project and you want to see what another project has in it, probably the easiest way to do it is you can do two ways. You can go in, you can look at the Django setup file, or you can go inside the virtual environment of your other project and do the pip list command. Let's do both, and maybe I will not cut this out of the video because it's actually pretty useful. We need to get out of this blog folder and we need to go into our other project folder, which I think I called car blog full stack or car blog. Let's do an ls to see what's inside a car blog before we go inside of it. Let's do an ls to see what's inside a car blog, which is inside a car blog. What the? Alright, it's not that one. It's probably full stack. Okay, it's this one. It's definitely this one. Okay, so we will go inside of full stack. And then my backend is the one that's car underscore blog. Do an ls. Go inside a car blog. ls. Now we go inside a car blog again. And we need to go to the settings.py. So I'll do less. So less is just a way to go look inside a file and by using your terminal, and it's nice because you can kind of go up and down and stuff. It doesn't, like the cat command will just give you everything till the end of the file, and then you got to scroll up and down. This one's pretty nice for reading what's inside of a file, makes it more easier, and you can also search through it as well. Less settings.py. So what we need to find here is we need to go to installed apps. And then this is where we can find that we have an app that we made called Blog. We also have Dayjosser, which actually I do not think we need for this project, so I'm going to try to not use it. We have cores header, we have REST framework, so we have these two right here. Anything else we have? We do have a few others. We have a dot environment. This one is always a gotcha one for me because it's actually called Python slash dot env or something. Um, so this is one way to kind of see what type of apps and stuff that you have installed for the Django. There's sometimes there's other things hidden, like I don't see pillow right here. And there is another one, byte.io, that we need as well. So I'll show you the other way to look at your other project and see what type of things you need. It's also very recommended to freeze whatever's inside your pip list into a requirements.txt file. I'll go into the car blog full stack and inside a car blog again. No, actually no. We'll just go in here. ls, we need to find the bin file, the virtual environment file. I think it's in here. There it is. So we'll just do a source venv bin activate. Now we're inside. Then we do a pip list. This is probably a lot easier actually. Now the only trick though is you don't have to install every single thing because a lot of these packages actually are installed with another package. So we still have some work to do, but here we go. We got Django cores headers. Dang it. Control Shift C for copy. And we'll go back over here and we'll install this. Control Shift V. Okay, so that's good. So that's gonna take care of those naughty core errors. And then we also need. Oh, we're using request? No, that should come up to Django, I think. Python.environment. And actually, guys, this is the preferred way because you're getting the actual name of the packages. So you don't have to, like, guess. You can do up arrow and just get rid of this. You can also install the multiple packages at the same time, but I'm just doing one at a time. We need our pillow, which is going to be used for our images. Okay, that's good. There is something else we need. Oh, the Django REST framework, of course. And there is one more that we need, and I do not see it here. Gonna have to look for it. Oops. Pip install the Django REST framework. So this allows us to make a REST API. Because if we don't install it, then it will expect us to use Jinja 2 or like a templating language and have it have the whole application on the server side instead of having a front end application and then having the REST API. There's one more that we need, but you know what? Let's go look for it. Do Q. I thought you did Q to get out of here. Okay, I think it's Q to exit out of less. Then ls, we're gonna go back out, and then we're gonna go into the one that we made, or we're going to make cd. It was it in models, I think. We'll just do a cat models. And it is going to be something in here. Image comes from pillow, I think. Let's go all the way up here to see bytes.io. Command shift copy. And that's gonna, I think it's going to help allow us to upload files to the server. I think that's what it's used for. Something to do with the images, I know that. Pip install v. Uh-oh. And in this case, just go online, copy it, Python. I wonder if it's actually part of the standard Python library. Let's see here. Well, it was not like that in there, was it? From IO. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see. So I do not think you have to install this. I think it is part of the I think we can try to install it right quick and see what happens. I think it's part of the standard library. Yeah, it's part of the standard library, so we don't have to worry about that. That's why it wasn't listed out in the pipe pip list. So we have everything we need for the project, and um, now we're going to run basically two commands, and then that's it. We've bootstrapped the Django project. And then in the next tutorial, we're going to make a new application, which is going to be our custom application. And that is going to have all of our logic, have all of our models in it, and have everything we need. Because I like to do that to kind of have like a parent application that's just to kind of bootstrap the project, and then to have your custom application that's inside of it. And in Django, an application isn't necessarily like a separate application. It's actually part of the same project, but I think the application is for to kind of separate different parts of the project. So, you know, if you're going to make a blog, you're going to make a store and stuff, and it's going to be the part of the same project, you would start two apps for it. So let's get started with that. So in Django, we have, I think it is Django admin start project, and then the name of your project, which will be blog. Okay. I actually guessed right there, and I did a tab completion too, but it worked out. So now we have a new folder called blog, and if we go inside a blog and we look inside, let's clear, and we look inside, we have a blog file, another one, and it's gonna be like this. It's okay. I mean, it's okay when you deploy the project. It's no issue. You can have folders like inside of folders and inside of folders and inside of folders. It doesn't matter, you know. So it's okay. And we're also gonna have two Git repositories, and you know, It doesn't matter because the front end is going to be basically managed by Nginx anyway, and then the back end is going to be its own socket and its own system uh, type job. So yeah, that's how it's going to work when we deploy it. Uh, we have two folders. We have a manage.py, which is basically our admin toolkit to take care of our project, and then we have a blog. Inside of blog, we have an asgi.py, which is for a web server. Basically, we have our init.py, which states that this is a package. Um, for Python knows that this is a package now. We have our settings.py, which is going to be something that we're going to have to go and configure. And we have a urls.py for any URLs. And then we have WSGI, which is another web server related file. Now we're going to do one more thing. We're inside of here. We're going to do a Python. And this time I'm going to say Python because if we do a which Python, we see now that the Python we're using is actually the one that's inside of our virtual environment. It's inside of my home folder right here. It's inside the VNV folder bin/Python. So this is good. It just isolates you from using your global Python basically. So I'm going to do Python manage.py. And what do I need to do again? I need to do a make migrations. Oh no, I misspelled it. Make migrations. No changes detected. So this is kind of similar to Flask using the Flask migrate, and where you kind of write a script if to detect any changes for your database. Oh man, excuse me. Then we're going to do a migrate. And this sets up our database. We do an ls, and you see that we have a db.sqlite over there, which is what we want. And then what we need to do, we need to set up our root password for our admin. How do we do that again? Let's see. I think it is one of these. No, it is a. It's going to be using Python Python manage.py. Create super user. I'm just going to do jlyn for jamielynn. And then, yeah, I guess I'll put in all my information here. Hotmail.com, then our password. I'll put in the usual. Alright, so now we can, when we start to run our server, we can actually get inside now. Now, after that, I think we have the parent application finished. Let's go ahead and run it. We're going to run the test server. Run server. And we're going to go to here. Control Shift copy. Go to the website. Go to your web browser. And then we're going to go inside and we have it running. So this is going to be the first part, and we're going to stop here for now. The next part, we're going to write the child application that's actually going to be the blog. And I want to set up the models, and I want to set up a test for the models. Testing is a big deal for web development, and I just want people to kind of know how to set up a simple test and stuff because they always ask about that if you want to get a job and stuff. They're always like, what do you do for testing? It's annoying, but honestly, it actually does help. It does help. I know these small projects and stuff, testing seems like a waste of time. And then also another thing is like, how do you expect me to know about testing if I never worked as a web developer before? Okay, working, building your own projects and stuff by yourself. I mean, you're not going to really be using testing too much, but it is helpful. Okay, it actually is helpful. And it's going to be helpful to kind of test it without making a mess, without having to make um, like all these instances and putting crap in the database like test me, and just filling up your database with trash that you have to delete later anyway. It will clean itself up and it'll delete everything that it puts into the database. It's great. So you can test your database, test your models, make sure everything's working, and then later on when we're gonna stop there, and then the next video would be the API part, making the routes, making the REST API, so that we can hit the actual URL and get actually JSON information back for the front end to read. And we're going to write a test to test the API, which is actually really useful because you can use that test to help you write the front end. Because then you know exactly what you're going to be getting back. You're going to, and you know it's working. You can write the front end a lot better. So, we are going to do one more thing, and we're going to make sure that we can get into the admin console. And this is why I wanted to use Django to make the blog, because the admin console is already finished for you. You don't have to mess with it. It's going to be the same one that you use to make the create super user command. Hopefully that's the right password. It is. Okay. And this is cool because whatever you add to the admin, we're gonna add our post, we're gonna add our elements, we're gonna add our categories. We're gonna be able to like almost run this like a WordPress website. It's not gonna be as good as WordPress, okay? Okay. It's not gonna be like complete WordPress, but it's gonna be very close. It's gonna be like a little content management system. So it's gonna be very cool. If you're using Flask, you would have to build all this yourself. So this is pretty badass right here. I like this a lot. Right now we can look at our users. We see our jlynn user that we made. We can look at the groups. We don't have any groups. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So this is the first part of the video. I'm also going to, after I finish these series, I'm going to make one super video that puts it all together, kind of like a free code camp 10-hour Django tutorial. It's not gonna be 10 hours, no way. But I want to kind of give you bite-size videos, also so I can put some stuff out there as well, and kind of I need to also develop the tutorials first, and then I want to go back and put all the videos and like make one big super video. So that's the start of the Django application. I think this is gonna be a really fun project, and I'm glad I already made it too. We're just we're gonna see, how good I do, and there's probably gonna be a lot of video editing involved because I'm gonna have to think and stuff. Um, I don't I don't know really well Django, and I don't know Vue very well. I don't know programming very well. You know, I'm self-taught, so video editing, video editing. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and have a nice day.